my voice is very, very bad. Thank you, and God bless you as you listen. The night that changed the world is Christmas season. The first 4 words in the Bible, which I call the first phrase, stated that in the beginning, God. God is always in the beginning of everything. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and everything was beautiful. Love lead in everything. There was no death. There was no disease. There was no sickness. Everything was beautiful. As a matter of fact, there was no death then. And God looked at everything he had created, and behold, it was good. As time went on, there was a war in heaven. And the morning star called the devil was cast down into the earth with 1/3 of the angel who supported the spiritual core. Well, if you ask me the question, why earth? I don't know. And there was silence everywhere in the earth. And darkness moved over the surface of the deep. And there was trouble. There was sickness. And there was disobedience. Even in the garden, man lost his place and glory. And the animal revolted against man in the garden. And evil began to move. And death occurred for the first time. Abel was killed by his brother Cain. And the fallen angels married and slept with daughters of men. Giants were given birth to from this relationship. X-men were born, men with 6 fingers. And darkness began to move over the surface of the deep. There was corruption, there was terrorism, there was death. As times went on, then came the flood and swept the whole human race away. The fountains of the earth were burst open, and water gushed out in billions of liters. Father ran away to the mountaintop to save their life. The merchants lost their valuable and even could not save their own life. The Titanic and the ship could not save the captains and the sailors. Even the pirates, who are the masters of the sea, also lost their life. And mother kissed their baby before they took their last breath. After the flood, I said, thank God there's no more evil on the surface of the earth, because the few men that are alive have the fear of God. But little did I know that the heart of man is desperately wicked. Only God can discern it. And darkness continued to move over the surface of the deep. After the flood of Noah, the ark of Noah rested in Asia Minor. One of the sons of Noah, called Ham, who helped his father in building the ark for 120 years, he moved down to Africa. He had 4 sons. 2 of them were notable. One was called Mazariah, which is now called Egypt. The second one was called Cush, who created the Cush kingdom. Cush gave birth to a son called Nimrod. Nimrod killed his father and married his mother, Samiramide. And Nimrod began to move mightily upon the surface of the earth. And wherefore it was said, Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Nimrod was an hunter. He does not hunt. Nimrod was an hunter. He does not hunt for animals. He hunts for the souls of men. He gathered thousands to build the Tower of Babel. Exactly what China is trying to build now. And he also built other cities like Nineveh and Babylon. And for thousands of years, evil continued to move over the surface of the deep. There was corruption, there was terrorism, there was sickness, there was death, there was lesbianism, there was homosexualism, and all manner of character and attributes sprang up from the pits of hell. And as time went on, but there was a night, the night that changed the world, the night that restored power to man, the night that gave glory to man and God, the night that saw the fall of Babylon, the night Anna was waiting for, and she prayed all the days of her life and never departed from the temple. The same night Simeon, who was not permitted to die, was waiting for until he see Jesus Christ. The same night Isaiah the Messianic prophet prophesied about the 700 years before this time. There was a cry of a baby, because for unto us a child was born, and unto us a son was given, and government shall be upon his shoulder. And this night there were men, shepherds in the field, taking care of their flock at night. These men were men of wisdom who has understanding of certain mysteries. These men were present and they saw the 400 dark age when God was not speaking to any man. These men understood astrologies. These men have wisdom of certain things that ordinary men don't have. These men can desire stars of men. And that night, when they saw that star that night, they knew this was not just an ordinary star. This was different from the stars of men. And so they said to Herod, where is he that was born king of the Jews? Even though the angel that appeared to them never told them he was the king of the Jews. They said, for we have seen a star in the east, and we have come to worship him. And when that night has come, Simeon, who was not permitted to die until he see Jesus, lifted up his voice, and he lifted up baby Jesus and said, now I bless the name of the Lord, because now my soul can depart in peace, for I have seen thy salvation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, papa and mama, this is the night. It's Christmas time. This is the night. He has won the battle, the night that changed the world. He said, rise up and fight, but for I have given you the land. He said, ask, seek, knock, because I will give it to you. So what are you waiting for? Go after that dream you have, because the night that restored glory to man, this is the night. Pick that form, go back to school. You want to study that MSc, that PhD, go back to school, because this is the night that changed the world. Thank you.
This is the night that changed the world. Now we have nitro sticks on the drum.